candles go here and here. Right. That's good. Okay. Good. Now just read from this bit here, Winnie.
Me? Why me? You say it.
Winnie.
All right. Fine. Give it here. Ahem. O great and all-knowing goddess, come to me. Here is the place and time for thee. I wish to open the eye of three. O great and powerful Minerva, allow me to see.
That's it, Winnie. It's working.
Gift me with your sight and awareness. Open to me my knowing within. Make others' thoughts clear, so it is plain what is mine and what is theirs. So mote it be.
Oh. Ah, die Eule.
You who will toy with the spirit. You who brings suffering and pain.
Me? Suffering and pain?
Audi alteram partem. The path is already writ. The girl with the third eye watches, but it is too late. Too late.
Third eye? What girl? Me?
Not for you. Never for you. The stones will not work. Only for her.
Für Anna?
Where the girl's eyes are open, yours are forever closed.
But my test. I need them.
Your soul too far corrupted. The third eye girl will empower the dark. You should never have sought to steal her spirit.
Steal the spirit? No, my machine...
The devil's hand closes in to beget a life of evil.
Well, what are you talking
Der
about?
Teufel.
Hans, what is she talking about?
Winnie.
Der Teufel wird sie
So
böse
much
machen?
hate, so much sorrow, so much death.
No, stop. Please.
Life will be gone. She cannot rejuvenate, only understand. The word is irrevocably woven, but the pattern is incomplete.
Wait, weird? Already woven?
Now, in the falling of dusk, the owl of Minerva spreads its wings. Late as it may be, seek the third eye girl who intends to remove you.
Remove me? A girl removing me? Yannicka.
Reject her hand, and there is no hope for you. Take her hand. Take it. Let it end. Let it end. Let it end.
Nimm Annas Hand an. In der Zukunft.
Huh?
Da hat die scheiß Eule.
I don't understand. My third eye can't be opened?
Winnie, this is bad.
I know it's bad. My test.
No, Winnie.
If I can't get this telecaminos, then
Telekinesis.
then what am I going to do now?
Maybe we should stop now, Winnie.
Yes, that's it. That's what I have to do. I should have done it from the beginning.
Wait, you don't mean...
Amber
I have to
Orb.
get it. I have to get the Amber Orb.
Bernsteinkugel.
No. The Weiße Frauen.
Weiße
Nonsense.
Frauen.
I'm not failing this. I'm going to prove them all wrong. Mother, Yannicka, all of them.
Winnie, if something happens to you...
Don't you see? I'm out of time. This is our weird we're talking about. This is my
Ja,
life.
das ist alles
I don't
sehr
want to have
weird.
a bad fate given to me, Hans.
I know, Winnie. I'm just saying that if something happens to you...
It has to be her. She's the only one who has seen it. If she won't tell me where it is, then I'll make her show me.
But if something happens to you, Winnie, then I'll be all alone again.
Fuck, und deshalb geht er dann die Kugel holen und stirbt dann dabei, ne?
Oh, that path leads to the lake, where Yorinda says she saw the Amber Orb. I'm tempted to go see if it is really there, but not without her. She's the only one that's seen it.
Das stimmt. Jorinda!
All right, Yorinda, no more of this not talking game. Tell me where you saw the amber orb. Look, I know you told Mother about it, okay? I saw it myself. In the classroom, she asked you what happened when you fell in the lake. So, you wrote about it. You wrote it down. You wrote about seeing the orb. Everyone saw the note, so there's no use lying about it. Yorinda, I've helped you with your silly boyfriend, so now it's your turn to do something for me. I need this. If I don't get that orb, I'm gonna fail my test. Don't you get it? Aren't you my friend, Yorinda? Good. Then let's go already.
Alter, wie
And
sie
with
übelst
the
zwingt.
dusk, the time for a new beginning arrives. What do you think, Hans? Isn't it beautiful? How fortuitous it is. Of all the moments for the Protector to neglect its duty in the search of its infant, I wonder, will the girl from the West Woods watch over this very moment? Who knows? Perhaps. What does it matter? By then I would have had my fun.
Yorinda, what are you doing? Is this it?
Der
Is this the
Teufel.
spot?
Oh, hello there, young one. Say, you don't suppose you could help an old man, could you? I'm ever so thirsty, but these waters don't appear to be safe.
Huh? Thirsty? I don't have time for... Wait. This jacket. Whose is this? Whose jacket is this?
You children, you don't listen, do you? I also told him about these waters. But you people don't listen.
Him? No.
I told the boy it wasn't safe, but he jumped in anyway.
No! Hans? Hans!
Oh Mann. Oh Mann.
Winfrieda, what is the meaning of this?
Hans!
You wicked child. You sent him in for the orb?
No!
He was just a boy, but you sent him anyway. For what?
No! It's not like that. Hans.
Where your sister has succeeded, you have failed. It was a test of moral, Winfrieda. A mere test of moral.
Why, Winfrieda?
But... No! Wait!
And so the word is seen clearly by all, and I shall now decree its path.
Der
Yon
scheiß
Yanake,
Teufel.
on you the norms weave eternal, youthful beauty, a fate of wealth and the king's hand in marriage.
No. No!
But for you, Winfrieda, you, the norms weave differently. You shall be cursed with an appearance to match your cold, ugly heart.
No! Mother! Please!
Bitter and alone as you may be, the world will see you as you are.
No! It's not true! Yorinda! Tell them! Yorinda? Help me! Mother! Mother, please!
I'm sorry, Winfrieda. I tried to make it right for you, but this is now the will of the Norns.
But Mother... Mama! Please!
Winfrieda, be gone with you, child.
No. No!
Alter.
I'm so sorry, Winfrieda.
No, you, no!
back for this. I'll get you all.
Oh, hätte die Hand nehmen sollen. Oh, die tut mir fast schon leid. Also, ich meine, die hat echt viel Scheiße angestellt. Im späteren Leben. Aber als Kind hat sie das eigentlich nicht verdient.
And so it was that the girl alone had done the impossible, and gave forgiveness where all others gave none. But try as she might to reconcile wrongs of the past, the hour was late, and the witch's hurt grown too deep and dark. Regardless, the girl of the West Woods had brought peace once more, and the people celebrated and rejoiced. Despite all the riches and rewards offered, the girl wanted but one and made her farewells.
Ich hoffe, dem Großvater
For
geht's
no
gut.
matter what might have passed,
Oh.
what travels and
Ich verschieb mich mal wieder.
trials succeeded, it was all for a cause not forgot. And so we shall always remember the courage of that girl and the strength in the innocent of heart.
Alter. Ich dachte eigentlich, sie würde dann das vielleicht kapieren als alte Frau und dann vielleicht die Hand annehmen. Hm. Ja, hier sieht man mal wieder deutsches Studio. Ne? Alles deutsche Namen. Aber Englisch vertont. Schade. Schade, dass es keinen deutschen Ton dazu gibt. Aber schönes Spiel. Ein paar Rätsel hier und da habe ich mir echt gedacht, scheiße, was ist das für ein Mist? Und habe wirklich Hilfe gebraucht. Aber es ist bei Point-and-Clicks halt immer mal wieder so. Aber die Story ist schön. Traurig. Traurig, ne? Ich verschiebe mich mal wieder nach unten. So. Es gibt noch, es gab irgendwann durch einen Patch oder sowas, glaube ich, noch so ein kleines Prequel oder irgendwie sowas. Eine Vorstory. Die fangen wir heute Abend nicht an. Ist jetzt schon gleich Mitternacht. Irgendwann mal machen wir die noch. Vielleicht morgen, vielleicht die Tage mal. Ich weiß nicht, ich muss ja auch wieder bei Pokémon weitermachen. Aber ich glaube, heute wird das nichts mehr. Ich weiß nicht, wie lang es ist. Ob das nur so 10, 15 Minuten Ding ist oder ob das wieder eine Stunde oder 2 oder 3 geht. Keine Ahnung. Ich hoffe mal, es erzählt vielleicht die Geschichte vom Vater oder sowas. Keine Ahnung. Wie fandet ihr es? Ist also so allgemein das Spiel und ist vor allem das Ende jetzt. Siehst du? Das Schicksal der Winfriede. Es hat sich ja am Ende bewahrheitet. Ne? Es ist genau das passiert, was vorher bestimmt wurde. Das Schlimme ist, der Teufel war es, der alle manipuliert hat, eigentlich gelogen hat. Wer weiß, ob das wirklich vorbestimmt war. Der Teufel hat es einfach bloß behauptet. Ne? Hat sie damit zur Bösen ernannt. Sie wurde von allen verstoßen und ist dann aus Hass zur Bösen geworden. Sie haben sie zu Bösen gemacht. Ne? Aber irgendwie hatte sie auch Schuld daran, dass der Kleine gestorben ist, weil sie so egoistisch war, nur an sich selbst gedacht hat und der Kleine wollte sie nicht verlieren. Und deshalb ist er dort reingesprungen. Aber echt traurig, ja. Da ist er. Jan Müller-Michaelis, den ihr auch als Poki kennt. Ja, schuld sind immer die anderen, ne? Punkt, Punkt, Punkt. Aber guck mal, als Kind haben sie ihr schon ganz schön zugesetzt, ne? Aber ich sag ja auch, sie hatte schon ganz schöne Charakterschwächen. Sie war sehr egoistisch, ne? Die hat das quasi wirklich verschuldet, was passiert ist, würde ich sagen. Aber die Art und Weise, wie sie dann verstoßen wurde, fand ich schon ein bisschen krass. Ja, ja. Der Teufel hat nur nachgeholfen, ja. Der hat den Schubs in die richtige Richtung gegeben. Ich sage ja, sie hat Schuld, aber es war ein Kind. Hätte man das Kind nicht so verstoßen, hätte man dem Kind nochmal eine Chance gegeben, wäre sie wahrscheinlich niemals so zur bösen Hexe geworden. Aber, also ich gebe auch ein bisschen Schuld halt an die Mutter, weil die Mutter halt so ein richtiges Biest war. Sie ihr einfach null Liebe gegeben hat. Sie behandelt hat wie Dreck. Ne? Also. Ja, aber im Großen und Ganzen, ich fand's toll.
But, Mama,
Yes, my dear?
do you think we'll ever see Anna again?
I cannot say. Only the Norns can know now.
Oh, of course. But it's just, if Auntie Winfrieda had all that happen to her, just because we were tricked by this wanderer.
Come now, Bernhard, it's late. Let's not concern ourselves with him right now.
Okay, Mama, but tell me just a little bit more.
All right, just a little.
Es gibt noch eine Story. Ja, Bonusmaterial, ne? Das ist... Ach, da geht es vielleicht um den Großvater. Aber wie gesagt, ich weiß nicht, ob wir heute Abend noch Zeit dafür haben. Ich wollte speichern. Alter, mein letzter Save-Game. Mein letzter Save-Game war vor 4 Stunden. Und jetzt kann ich nicht speichern, weil ich ja schon durch bin. Ich hätte so gern ein Save-Game kurz vorm Ende gehabt oder sowas. Na gut. Na gut. Bonusmaterial. 17 Minuten haben wir erst in der Folge. Wollt ihr? Habt ihr noch Lust auf Bonusmaterial? Was ist das? Finde die versteckten Bonbons im Spiel? Was? Ich habe 0. Ich habe nicht gewusst, dass Bonbons versteckt waren. Ich habe 0 gesammelt. Das sind die ganzen Videosequenzen. Extras? Was ist denn Extras? Muss man noch freischalten, ja. Was ist das? Das sind die Errungenschaften. Was? Was war das dann? Das sind die Credits. Ach so. Okay. Alter, ich habe keine Bonbons gesammelt. Und jetzt fehlt mir hier ein Video oder was? Naja, gut. Ja. Ich möchte bloß mal jetzt kurz nachgucken, was passiert denn, wenn ich... Ich kann gar nicht speichern. Seid mir Leute, Spiel fortsetzen. Ich würde gern speichern, aber es geht ja nicht. Ich mache jetzt mal aus. Jetzt gucke ich noch mal. Man konnte irgendwo beim ersten Starten, hatte ich das gesehen, konnte man noch wählen, irgendwas mit Prequel oder Vorgeschichte oder sowas. Prolog. Da gucken wir jetzt mal noch, ob das geht. Und gute Nacht, Shadow. Annas Quest. kann man das denn jetzt auswählen? Welche Version es startet? Startoption beim Starten des Spiels nachfragen. Bonus Prolog. Dann gibt es nochmal Bonus Content. Es gibt Bonus Content und Bonus Prolog. Was soll das? Ich gucke mir erstmal. Ah, Bonus Content ist Soundtrack-Files. Ein Manual. Es gibt eine Anleitung, lol. Und ein Interview. Interview ohne Krams. 14 Minuten. Das können wir uns vielleicht hinterher nochmal angucken. Ich starte jetzt erstmal Bonus Prolog. Bin mal gespannt. Okay. Moment. Game Video auf das da. Spielton. So, kann man das maximieren? Warum ist das so klein? Was soll der Mist? Das ist bei mir auch nur ein kleines Fenster. Also, keine Ahnung. 480p oder irgend sowas. Ich habe es für euch groß gezogen. Anders Quest Prolog. Ist so putzig. Ist der Opa, ne? Once upon a time in a great dark wood there dwelt a poor yet hard-working farmer. Ich denke mal, ich soll es am besten übersetzen, oder? Also es war einmal in einem großen, dunklen Wald, da wohnte ein armer, doch hart arbeitender Farmer. Bauer. Dort lebte er glücklich mit seinem Vater, seiner Frau und seinem einzigen Kind, Anna. Ah, das ist dann der Großvater hier drüben, ne? Und das hier ist der Vater, die Frau und die Anna. Hier werden wir erfahren, warum die Eltern nicht da sind. Ohne des Wissens des Farmers und seiner Frau wurde nur dem Kind, also der Anna, und dem Großvater eine sehr besondere telekinesische Fähigkeit bestowed upon, also gewährt, gestattet, gegeben von den Göttern oder keine Ahnung was, ne? Vermacht? Keine Ahnung. Sowas in der Art. Jedoch, da er ein sehr hart arbeitender Mann war, benutzte der Großvater nur sehr selten diese Kraft und tat es sehr gut, sie zu verstecken. Eines besonderen Jahres, keine Ahnung, fast so, als wäre es ein bösartiger Zauber, sind die Crops, das Angebaute, wie würde man das nennen? Die Crops, wie übersetzt man Crops? Also allgemein, alles was sie angebaut hatten, ist halt gewelkt und verwelkt und gestorben. Des Farmers Frau weinte, da sie nun kein Essen mehr hatten, von dem sie leben konnten. Überzeugt davon, Nahrung zu finden für seine Familie, sammelte der Farmer seinen Mut. Und ging in den tiefen, dunklen Wald. Oh, das ist schön gemacht, ha? Bisschen laut, glaube ich. Ich sehe es auch im Discord, im OBS bisschen ausschlagen, aber es gibt dir vielleicht noch mal ein bisschen mehr Kraft. Dreht halt ein bisschen runter. Ich rede ein bisschen lauter. Dunkelheit umschlung den Farmer, als er tiefer rein ging, sich tiefer rein wagte. Und noch tiefer. Bis die Dunkelheit ihn komplett verschlung. Als die Zeit verging, wurde die Familie des Farmers immer besorgter. Trotz des Großvaters Wünsche und Bitten flüchtete die Frau des Farmers in die Nacht in Hoffnung, ill-fated, wie wird man jetzt ill-fated übersetzen? In Hoffnung ihren Mann zu finden, aber ill-fated, Moment. Ach, so manchmal fehlen mir einfach die deutschen Wörter dafür. Unglücklich. Ja, ne? Also, das Fate, das Schicksal ist ihm nicht gewandt. Unglücklich. Deutsche Sprache, schwere Sprache. Der Großvater nachdem der Großvater realisiert hatte, dass seine Fähigkeit gebraucht wurde, hatte die Absicht, die Dunkelheit zu konfrontieren, die seine Familie befallen hatte. Tiefer und noch tiefer. Der Großvater ging tiefer in den Wald. Vorsichtig in den dunklen Wald. Die Musik ist krass. Bis er endlich traf eine böse alte Hexe. Ja, wicked. Ja, ich sage einfach mal, jetzt eine böse alte Hexe. Gut ist. Ja, Winnie. Ich habe deine Familie in meine Wälder... Hey, so schnell. Ich habe deine Familie in meine Wälder gelockt. Den Rest habe ich nicht gesehen. Was? Ach so, es war nicht in denen, die gekommen sind. Ich muss es haben. Also wahrscheinlich diese Gabe. Ne? Also der Mann und die Frau hatten es nicht. In Angst vor ihren Zaubern flüchtete der Großvater. Und als er rannte, hat er all seine Stärke zusammengenommen. All die Macht seiner Fähigkeit, die er aufbringen konnte. Und er errichtete eine Barriere über die Farm. Die Schreie und das Geheule der Hexe gingen durch das ganze Land, verfluchten den alten Mann. Da die Farm nun wieder sicher war von dem Griff der alten Hexe, kehrte der Großvater nach Hause zu seinem Enkelkind, Anna, der letzten seiner Familie. Von diesem Tag an fort schwor der Großvater, das Mädchen zu beschützen, niemals die Farm zu verlassen und niemals niemals die Fähigkeit zu benutzen, es sei denn, denn die Hexe wartete nur darauf, sie zu stehlen. Wieder einmal. Credits. Ha, putzig. Putzig, also winziges kleines Flash-Game. Aber auch wieder sehr schön. Weiß nicht, also diese Dedelic-Spiele haben irgendwie meistens was. Night of the Rabbit fand ich nicht so toll. Aber ansonsten von allen Dedelic Point-and-Clicks muss ich sagen, nimmt man viele Erinnerungen mit. Es ist meistens eine sehr, sehr schöne Geschichte. Sehr, sehr viel Mühe drin. Die Musik hier ist der Hammer. Ich habe Spaß gehabt. Ich habe einen Haufen Spaß gehabt. Ja. Jetzt sind wir durch damit. Ne? Ich weiß nicht, ob ihr jetzt vielleicht noch mal, ob ihr euch noch das Interview angucken wollt. Das wäre jetzt vielleicht noch das allerletzte zum Mitnehmen. Wir könnten einen kurzen Blick reinwerfen und gucken, ob es interessant ist. Ich weiß es nicht. Moment. So, Game Video. Wo stelle ich das ein? Kann ich hier gar nicht. Dann mache ich einfach einen Screen. Mit dem Screen. Passt auch. Spielton. Das ist gerade blöd. Ich kann den Ton nicht anmachen. Wieso nicht? Dann mache ich euch mal komplette Audio-Ausgabe rein. Mache ich normalerweise nicht. Mal also nur den Spieleton. Aber geht gerade nie anders. So, gucken wir mal, ob es interessant ist. Wenn es langweilig ist, dann mache ich es gleich wieder aus. Geht 14 Minuten.
My name's Dane Krams. I'm from Brisbane, Australia, and I am the author, lead artist, game designer, director, and many other things on Anna's Quest.
Keine Untertitel.
Way before I was doing any game design, I was doing film. Had a big love for film, and I wanted to be a writer.
Das ist der Australier,
then eventually that became editing.
Der quasi das Spiel gemacht hat.
It was mostly just to do storytelling. Storytelling is what I was passionate about. But going into film and then working there for a while, it was a little bit off-putting with all of the on-set politics and budgeting problems and can't do this for this reason and can't do that for that reason. So I started to gravitate more back towards drawing like when I was a kid, because then you don't have limitations anymore. You can just draw whatever you want. You can do whatever story you want. And I didn't have to rely on other people. I could just draw something. So eventually I decided I was going to stop doing film stuff, and I did my master's in design where I was going to do children illustrations. But eventually all of my sketches that I was doing in lectures instead of listening to the lectures became game design ideas. Mostly because at the time I was looking at a lot of indie game stuff and there was a lot of exciting things, and Minecraft had become big and everyone was starting to make an indie game now. And so I was kind of excited by that and wanted to join in, and started to give my own little university sketches their own life and transition my children's storybook into a game instead. Designing Anna's quest from the very beginning, the sketches I was doing, the very first thing I drew was Anna. And then the bedroom, actually. The first two things I had was Anna and the bedroom. I think they were on the one sketch paper that I had from a lecture. And I don't know, I was sketching a lot of other ideas after that had nothing to do with Anna's quest. And when I started to think about what world I was going to first build for the game, I kept going back to that first sketch, and I kind of thought she was cool. This strange girl with this strange eye and hair coming over half of her face. Kind of wanted to know more about her. And why she was in this weird bedroom with stuffed bears and a weird machine hanging over a chair. The game, it was never initially considered as big as it is now. When I first started it, it was only ever going to be a one-room thing. It was only ever going to be this strange character in this strange situation where she's been kidnapped for some reason.
Nur ein Raum.
I don't think I knew what reason
gewesen.
yet. She was just kidnapped. And the idea was that she was going to have to escape the room. And so I knew I wanted to have something unique about that. I love that all these other indie games had something. They were always trying to push something new into their games. And so I was trying to find something myself. And somewhere along the way, I thought of telekinesis. I was thinking of the verb coins and something unique you could add. They were always doing something like licking or being able to kick something. So I thought, well, what else could I add to that? And it became telekinesis. All of the Brothers Grimm style things and the fairy tales that are incorporated into the game, that really just came about because the original idea was that there was this witch that had kidnapped Anna. I just love witches. I love that kind of fairy tale, dark European setting.
Okay, spielt in Europa, das haben wir schon mal.
More than just the one bedroom, and that world was going to expand. Then I had to consider, well, this world has witches, it has kidnapping witches, it has ghosts that you can talk to, so straight away Brothers Grimm and Hans Christian Andersen and
Gebrüder Grimm
Aesop,
platziert es halt eher so in Richtung Deutschland.
So I started digging through more of them to find more inspiration.
Nur waren die Namen nicht
just
deutsch.
Finding all these great characters and settings and situations that were almost making a story and an adventure game world on their own. So as soon as I started reading a lot of these stories, it was quite easy to find where I was going to go. There was plenty of fairy tales that I was reading that I absolutely loved. I mean, I loved Rink Rank's story straight from the start. It was a crazy guy living up in the middle of a mountain, and the poor guy just gets, a woman comes into his home and then flees, and he's the bad guy. So I loved Rink Rank. I don't know.
Rink Rank war cool. War total durchgedreht.
When it was around the time when I was first starting to consider how I was going to design the game, that's pretty much when Whispered World came out. And all of a sudden, that was a huge inspiration because it was suddenly like 2D adventure games were exciting again. Everyone was talking about this new 2D adventure game, and you hadn't even seen something like that since Curse of Monkey Island, maybe, which I absolutely loved as well. So there was this big gap where I didn't get to play any of these kinds of games, and then they were back again. So
ich finde schön, dass sie wiedergekommen sind.
Exciting in a way that I wanted to be part of that. I knew that other people were still interested in and wanting to play it, and so I wanted to make a Whispered World myself. Getting started on my own actually wasn't that hard at all. I mean, I had no programming experience. I was only ever doing animation and illustration, so I knew I was going to be able to do that to a certain extent, but I had no idea how to actually make a game or put it together. And as soon as I started poking around in forums and asking questions to people. There's such big communities out there that you only need to start asking one or two things and everyone will help you out, and watch a couple of tutorial videos and the next day you can start making a game. It's easy. Why not?
Okay.
Well, when I was starting the game on my
glaube, so
own,
einfach
it
ist es nicht.
was a little trickier because, I mean, I was only doing it for myself. It was more... Of course, I had my masters. The game was a master's project, but at the end of the day, when the masters was finished, it was just working for...
Finde ich interessant. Genau wie bei Poki, ne? Der hat Edna bricht aus ja auch als so eine Art, ich weiß nicht, was es war, Bachelor, Master, Diplomarbeit, irgendwas, Abschlussarbeit. Quasi das Projekt angefangen und dann nach dem Abschluss hat er das zu einem vollen Spiel weiterentwickelt, ne? Für ihn war es quasi genauso. Und da hat er sich Dedelic geschnappt, als die Firma, die es für ihn entwickelt hat.
Myself. So when I suddenly got an email out of the blue from Dane saying that they were interested in it, I think from
Oder
that
die haben
point
sich
on
ihn
it
geschnappt.
felt like I was making something important because I had one of my favorite companies' attention, and especially considering they were the company that motivated me to start in the first place, I felt like I was doing something right. After finishing Volume 1 of the game on my own, the idea was that I knew I wasn't going to be able to finish a full game on my own, and some other people were doing it with adventure games like The Journey Down. We're doing a part 1 of 3, so I thought, oh, I'll do that too. I think I had some lofty ideas that I was going to suddenly put out Volume 1 and everyone was going to know about it, but I put it out and it had good reviews. Adventure Gamers gave it 4.5 stars, I think, or something.
Ich wusste gar nicht, dass es in Volumes
A
kam.
lot of people were saying very nice things about it, but it was
Chapter 1
hard
vielleicht.
to get it noticed. So it really felt like I was in a position where I wasn't even sure the game was going to get finished. It was frustrating because it seemed that people really liked it, but I just couldn't get it to people. So as soon as Daedalic were catching on to that and they were seeing it and they could see something in it too and they wanted to help turn it into a full game, it was a huge relief. It was very exciting. It felt like it wasn't going to die. It was nice to know that it was going to become a full game after all. I was like, it was hard. I really thought I was like, oh, I guess I'll just stop making the game then. Then you guys were like, come make it with us. I was like, yes. Phew, I'm not unemployed anymore. But now that we are close to the end and everything's all finally coming together, and I'm only just starting to see some of the last pieces coming too now, and every time you see something new and all these last little touches coming together, it feels very exciting. You're seeing it actually alive now instead of just pieces here and there and ideas of what it could be. It's very surreal and exciting and amazing. Yeah, outside of Anna and some of the main characters, I definitely have a bit of a soft spot for some of the hermits in the game, like Rinkrank, living by himself up at the top of Glass Mountain, and the Mill Witch kidnapping kids and eating them. I kind of like that they're just these eccentric and pretty much just lonely people, but, you know, they're fun. You get to kind of play on.
Na komm, die Hexe, die war doch nicht exzentrisch und einfach nur einsam und so. Die hat Kinder gefressen!
On them being eccentric, crazy, lonely people and have fun with it. Making the game on my own, it was hard to stay motivated, I have to admit. You know, I felt like I had confidence in what I was doing, but at the end of the day, I could just stop if it was just for myself. But as soon as I was getting involved with Daedalic, and especially when I started to see some of the artists that were coming on the team and how they were really bringing all this new life that I couldn't have even pictured myself, it was a big motivator for me. It made me start seeing that the game was becoming something bigger than I could have ever hoped for, and it just made me motivated to keep making it bigger and keep making it better and more exciting. Like, because I knew that it was always going to be I knew that my style was always kind of like kid-friendly, but
Kid-friendly.
I did know that I also wanted to do that darker Brothers Grimm style stuff. I kind of just thought it was going to be a nice contrast when I did it as well. Like, I thought maybe it wasn't going to work, but then I thought it would be kind of nice to have this cute style and then all of a sudden have a ghost with no eyes popping out of a skeleton. I always remember that when I was a kid and we had kind of Brothers Grimm style books, you hear the stories as a kid and they seem, you kind of pick up on some things from it, but maybe not always the darker stuff. And I always remember looking at the illustrations and being kind of scared by them, these kind of grotesque looking witches and kids in jail cells and things like that. So even with Anna's quest, when we have quite a
Gebrüder
cute
Grimm waren
looking
schon krass.
style, really,
Nicht wie das Disney-Märchenzeug.
there's a lot of that kind of creepiness underneath a lot of that. We have, I really tried to put as many grotesque witches and kidnapped children and, no. Yes. I really wanted to try and capture some of that feeling, seeing those illustrations as a kid. I wanted to get that grotesque witch and the scared child and the hollowed-eyed ghosts. So with stuff like the gallows, there's a prison and a dungeon setting, and obviously in a dungeon you have gallows and you have executions, but something like that is a little too rough on its own, I suppose. So you want to make that at least a little bit more entertaining and fun, I guess, and so you turn it into a game show. I literally did. I was like, I really want to put some executioner stuff in there, and then I thought, maybe I need to make it a bit more bright. I don't even know where I can, because he had the lever for the hanging. So I was like, yeah, you could just pull the lever and something spins, and he gets different forms of execution.
Ja, wie macht man eine Exekution lustig? Wir machen eine Game Show
That
draus.
was it. Of course, every adventure game needs a bartender and a tavern. I always had my own idea for bartenders when I was playing other adventure games and other bartenders. I kind of didn't like that other bartenders were always a little bit separate from the game, though. I wanted to get mine involved a little bit more in what was happening in the story. So I like the idea that Anna was coming to his town. It's a quiet little town, and he knows more about the people and what's going on with the witches and disappearances around there. But as Anna starts to show that she's a lot more courageous and willing to do things than the townsfolk who have grown a little bit lazy and accustomed to the evil that's around them, he starts to warm up to her a little bit more, and he's growing in his own little way because of his interactions with Anna. So I like that. I think when Anna's quest is all said and done, there's definitely more to that story that I can see. I would love to do another Anna's quest. It's not just Anna either, though. I don't know where I'm meant to go with that. There's lots of stories I'd love to do. I mean, I do know there's stuff that I really want to do, but I don't know. I have to wait and see. I don't know.
Wäre nicht schlecht, wenn nochmal ein Spiel rauskäme. Diesmal vielleicht mit deutscher Vertonung. Ja, nee, also ich muss sagen, das Spiel war schon eine interessante Reise. Hat Spaß gemacht, auf jeden Fall. Und oh, kann es nur weiterempfehlen. Wenn ihr Bock habt, das mal zu zocken, wartet vielleicht mal drauf, dass es im Angebot ist. Ich kaufe auf Steam sowieso nur, was im Angebot ist. Oder nicht weitererzählen auf Key-Reseller-Seiten. Ich kaufe auf Steam nie zu Vollpreis. Ne? Ja. Ich würde sagen, das war's. Ne? Wir haben die Story durch, wir haben den Prolog angeguckt, wir haben uns das Interview angeguckt. Wir sind durch. Ich bin durch, es ist 12:30. Ich glaube, wir machen Feierabend, ne, Leute? Hämorrhoid hast du, fehlt noch Barschwa. Na, viel Glück. Hoffe, du kriegst den noch. Aber ich verabschiede mich jetzt für heute. Morgen geht es dann ganz normal weiter, wieder mit Pokémon und so. Und mal schauen, ob wir nächsten Samstag vielleicht wieder irgendein neues Point-and-Click-Adventure starten oder irgendein anderes. Ich denke, die Samstage eignen sich super gerade für solche Games, die man durchspielen kann. Und in der Woche spielen wir halt unsere Endlos-Grinder. Ne? Diablo, Minecraft, Pokémon. Die Dinger, die kein Ende haben. Ne? Also, morgen ist Ostern. Ich wünsche euch noch ein schönes Osterfest. Ne? Verbringt schön Zeit mit der Familie. Schönen Abend noch. Schlaft gut. Träumt was Schönes. Ich bin raus. Ne? Danke fürs Zuschauen. Euer Döskopp.